Hi, I just got the bad news that the great Joe Franklin has passed away, and I actually had the honor of meeting him a couple times. I want to share this is going to be a little hard to hear, but this is me interviewing him a couple months ago. I thought it would be fun when I met him to interview him, since he has interviewed so many famous people over the years. So I'm just going to let you hear this.
First off, why did you break into this business?
I was just a record picker for a very famous disc jockey named Martin Block. He was the #1 disc jockey in the world. He had a program called the Make Believe Ballroom, and I was his record picker. He got me my own radio show on that station on WNEW. It's by a strange coincidence. I'm back on those same kilocycles now, about 65 years later. I'm back on 11:30 a.m., which is Bloomberg Radio, which was WNEW AM. So life goes full circle, I guess. He got me my own radio show called the Record Collectors Exchange. I got a phone call one day from Channel 7. They said they were lighting up in the daytime. There was no daytime TV yet. There was only nighttime TV from 5 o'clock until sermon. And so they said, Joe, we like your voice on the radio, and we're considering giving you an hour. We give you an hour a day. What kind of a show might you do? I said, how about I do a show of people talking, just notes, I won't talking. I said, Joe, you're out of your mind. You can't do a talk show on television. You got to give them seltzer bottles, pratfalls, baggy pants, burlesque kids. You got to give them visual. No, there's no room for a talk show on TV. Look what's happened today, right? Everything's a talk show. So anyhow, I said, then rock and roll was just coming. I said, how about a show about kids dancing to records? Do a show of kids dancing to records. Joe, you're nuts. Who's going to watch kids dance to records? Who's going to go and Dick Clark becomes a multi-billionaire with the American Bandstand? But I defied them. I did the world's very first pure organic from the bones TV talk show with Marilyn Monroe, with Eddie Cantor, with Charlie Chaplin, with Richard Nixon, with Ronald Reagan. 43 years on TV.
So this is even before Carson?
Oh, way before. Yeah, I was on before Carson. I was on before anybody.
So you like the first?
In fact, I did start the exact same day as Johnny Carson. He had a program the same day when I started called Who Do You Trust? Or Do You Trust Your Wife? It's the exact same day, so that's not true. But I stayed on for 43 years. I interviewed 500,000 people. Frank Sinatra twice, Bing Crosby twice, John Wayne, Cary Grant, everybody.
What kept you going?
I just enjoyed it. I guess I got a kick out of it. I was written 23 books. Gave the first exposure to people like Bill Cosby, Eddie Murphy, Julia Roberts, Judy, who died the other day?
What's her name? Joan Rivers.
Joan Rivers, right? Everyone first before anybody else. So I got a pretty good track record. I'm enjoying it. I'm still on Bloomberg Radio, doing interviews every day on Bloomberg Radio. Getting heard by 35 million people a day. And I still enjoy it.
When you pass on, what do you want to be remembered for?
By teaching American culture to a lot of people. A lot of people learned Americanism from me. They learned Stars and Stripes, learned Old Glory, learned Americana, learned about old-time show business. I meet people every day in the streets who thank me for what they learned from me during those 43 years on TV. Every day I meet people who thank me, bless me, kiss me. It's very rewarding.
Thank you.
Great legacy.
So, I'm sorry that, well, as you know, he talks very, very fast. And I'm sorry if you couldn't hear that good, but he was an amazing man, so generous. And all he did all day was answer the phones. And that's all he had. 2 phones in his office. Somebody would call, he would answer the phone, then this phone would ring, and he would try to get you off the phone as fast as possible. Pick up this phone rang, try to get you off the phone as fast as possible. That's all he did. And I like to say that Joe Franklin was the world's greatest liar, because he knew how to get you off the phone. If he wanted to get you off the phone, he did it, and he knew how. And he always usually ended the conversation. Most of the times he ended the conversation with people he really liked. He would say, all right, I love you, God bless you, love you. And he would hang up the phone. Sometimes he would say, I'm begging you to call me back around 5 o'clock, something big, all right, love you, bye. And he's just great, he was just great. And that's all he really did. And his office is just amazing. All the things that he collected over the years. All he loved to do was collect items from old, it doesn't matter what it was. If it was old, he loved it. But, he loved things that had to do with cinema, but anything old he loved. And he mostly had hundreds and hundreds of records all over his office. He had DVDs, VHSs, he had coats from Jack Benny and Bing Crosby and Fred Astaire, and it was just amazing. And And then he had pictures of him and Jimmy Durante, and then all the way back with Buster Keaton back in 1949 when he started out, and it was amazing. And you know, of course, it wasn't organized; everything was all over the place. But he's just an amazing man. I just wanted to say, rest in peace, Joe. You are an American legend, and you will always be remembered. Thank you for all you've done over the years, and I hope that future generations will admire you for what you've done. And I certainly have, and I love to meet you. You were such a great man. Rest in peace.